give you guys some pretty interesting facts. A heavyweight UFC fighter, I think when they're punching, can generate easily over 800 pounds of force. So when you put it in your hands, I mean, our hands are pretty weak, right? The bones in our wrist can break easily. So if I punch and I punch like this, it's gonna break my wrist. So we wanna keep it flat as possible, as well as your knuckles. Eventually over time, if you punch a lot on the bags, you're gonna bruise them. So you really wanna be careful when you're punching because you don't wanna hurt your wrist. It's gonna eventually lead to a lot of issues further down the road. So one thing that a lot of fighters do, which I believe you should do, is always wear wraps, especially when you're doing bag work, even when you're sparring. So what we're gonna do is, these are brand new, so all you can do is open them up, the Velcro, and you can throw them. This is the fun part, right? So you're gonna throw them, and then you're gonna bring them all the way down to the end. This is the fun part. Yeah. So you're gonna see there's gonna be one side that says this side down, another side is nothing. So what I want you to do is, let's start with our left hand so everyone, we can be on the same page. You're gonna take it, this little hole, and put it through your thumb. And what I want you to do is take the side that's down and you're gonna face your wrist like this. Why we put that down is at the very, very end where the Velcro is, if you put it up, it'll end up like this, right? It's not a big deal because all you gotta do is turn it around like this. But what happens is you're gonna end up with a kink here. When you're starting to train, that may not be an issue, but eventually, when you start generating more and more power, this little kink here could cause some problems, right? So you wanna avoid that. So that's why we put this down. So what I want you to do is keep your hand really, really tight and open like this. I want you to wrap it around your wrist 3 times. I want you guys to make it reasonably tight, not super loose like this, but I don't want you to make it so tight to the point where it's cutting off your circulation. It should be comfortable. That's facing down.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's down. So you're gonna go like this.
Good.
Perfect.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 3 times around the wrist.
You can overlap a little.
Yeah. So you don't have to go exactly the same spot. You can kind of like move it down the wrist, kind of like how Mike has it here. Kind of like how I have it. So I can put it even more. I can do 5 times around the wrist. I mean, it's not that big of an issue, right? It's really how you want to do it. Then what you're gonna do is come back up around the knuckles, and you guys are gonna put it around the knuckles maybe 3 or 4 times. And what's really important here is that you keep your hands spread, because if you keep them small, your hands will swell when you start punching, right? And it's gonna cut off some circulation. So you wanna make sure they're reasonably firm, but they're still kind of comfortable. So you're gonna go a couple times around the top, and then you're gonna bring it back down again. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do your wraps. Personally, I like to do it this one way that I'm gonna show you, but you guys can really experiment and see what's more comfortable for you. I like to bring it down and bring it through my knuckles like this. So it comes down like this, right? Through the bottom, and then it comes back up through the middle, because it kind of secures everything in place. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it come down, like so, and come back up one more time through the other, between my pinky and my index finger. Come back down, let it come down again, and I'm gonna do it the 3rd time, which is through my middle finger and my trigger finger. We're gonna let it come down. Then all I'm gonna do is wrap it around my wrist. Good, nice. Good, looks good.
Okay?
Yeah, looks good. This is standard, yeah. Good. Yeah, that's good.
Ran under.
Let me see. So make your wrist like this. Hold on. Oh, so you're gonna go like this. Does that feel okay?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so used to it completely cutting off circulation.
Make a knuckle. Is that good? Yep, perfect.